Coming up on Chicago Bears Now, Caleb Williams and DJ Moore join ESPN First Take on Friday. Have 3 takeaways from that interview as they joined Stephen A. Smith. And Troy Aikman, I thought, during the Hall of Fame game, spoke pretty highly of Caleb Williams and made a pretty strong statement, I thought. So I kind of want to dive into that as well. I'm Harrison Graham. We'll get to that in just a moment, but you guys have been awesome. The support has been incredible. We are closing in on 96,000 subscribers here on Chicago Bears Now. Can we get there by the next preseason game against the Bills on Saturday the 10th? About a week here, depending on when you're watching this. 481 away. I think we can. Let's make it happen. Let's get to 96,000 subs. Join the family here at Chicago Bears Now. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And just some content to be looking forward to, by the way, in addition to the standard stuff, Hard Knocks. I think I'm going to go live after episode 1, so be on the lookout for that. All right, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore joining First Take at the NABJ on Friday in Chicago. So I got 3 takeaways that I want to get to here on Bears Now. Number 1, can Caleb Williams have a CJ Stroud type of rookie season? Stephen A. Smith kind of put Caleb on the spot here with this question, quote, "Is it wrong for me to say I saw CJ Stroud do that last year in Houston? I think this brother," talking about Caleb, "can do that this year. Am I wrong to say that?" Caleb kept it short and sweet. He said, "No, you're not wrong to say that." And, you know, I kind of like how he just gave him a one-word response. Like, no, because he's not going into this huge spiel about why he's going to do that. But he's just like, no, you're not wrong. Like, I think I can do that. I think we can do that as a team. Like, it's just straight to the point, right? Which I really like that answer, just confident and quick. CJ Stroud was terrific last year. 4,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 picks. You could see a higher volume of touchdowns being on the table, but that ratio is excellent, about 4.5 to 1 touchdown-interception ratio. QB rating over 100. I think one season into his career, Stroud is already a top 10 NFL quarterback. And, you know, that answer is kind of what we've seen out of Caleb. He believes in himself, and he's very confident, but he's done a really good job with his words and with his actions, in my opinion, since getting into this league. He's kind of mastered already, in my opinion, towing that line of confident without too much cockiness. Now, I'm okay if my quarterback has a little cockiness. You need a little swagger, in my opinion, but like he's not like over the top. I think he blends very, very well. He's confident, probably a little cocky, but not to the point where people, especially his teammates and coaches, don't like it. Like, every time his teammates open his mouth about him, it's nothing but positive. Nothing. And I still have people who DM me and ask me, like, why does he do this? Why does he do that? And I'm like, I just listen to his teammates and coaches, and they all love him. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So it's fun to see, and hopefully he can live up to the hype. All right, DJ Moore was asked about what his expectations are and what he wants this team to accomplish here in 2024. Of course, signing that big contract earlier this week. Here's what he said. He said, "I want 3,000-yard receivers," talking about himself, Keenan, Rome Odunze. "Let's go get 10 wins. We had 7 last year. We got an elite quarterback. Might as well go 10 wins now." And I wanted to confirm this. I knew this answer, but I couldn't remember for sure. The last time a team had 3 1,000-yard receivers in the same season was the 2008 Arizona Cardinals. That team went to the Super Bowl, led by Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, 1,431, Anquan Bolden, 1,038, Steve Preston, of all people, 1,006 yards. Pretty damn impressive. In other words, it's not easy to do. Even though the league has become even more pass-happy since 2008, hasn't happened since, despite a 17th game being added to the schedule. So it won't be easy, and I personally would not predict it. Is it possible? I think the Bears have the trio to conceivably do it. I think it's possible, but it won't be easy, and it's unlikely just based on history. It hasn't happened in 16 years. Now, as far as the 10-win goes, I'm not saying that's easy, but that's more gettable, right? That's more realistic to attain. Like if you told me what's more likely, the Bears win 10 games or they have three 1,000-yard receivers, I'd say winning 10 games. I mean, the schedule starts pretty manageable. I mean, games like the Titans at home, very winnable. Panthers at home, Jags in London, at Commanders. Like I think at minimum, you're 3 or 4 wins through your first 7 games, ideally 4 or 5. And then you got a game against the Cardinals. The Patriots is in there. And then, yeah, it ramps up in the division. But I think you're better than Minnesota. That could be a team you could sweep. You've matched up well with the Lions. Like Seattle at home at Soldier Field feels like an advantage. I really think that 10-plus wins is absolutely on the table. Like it's absolutely out there. Now, they got to go do it. They need to start well and take advantage of the early schedule. But they should have won 10 last year. They blew 3 games. And I know teams lose games they should win all the time, but teams don't lose 91+% chance to win in the fourth quarter, according to ESPN FPI, in the same season like the Bears did. And 2 of those were over 98%. Just 3 collapses, 2 major collapses, 1 pretty significant collapse against Cleveland as well. If you could have won 9 or 10 last year, easier schedule, upgrades across the roster this year. If you don't win at least 9 games this year, that's a pretty big disappointment. Fill in the blank. The Bears will win blank games this year. What do you guys think? I mean, better be 9+. I like DJ's thinking. Let's get 10 or more. Let's go, baby. Get to my last takeaway, and then we'll talk a little Troy Aikman here in a minute. But first, game time. They're hooking me up with tickets to all my events that I go to all the time. And we got a deal for you. Use code CHATSPORTS once you create an account by downloading the Game Time app. That code CHATSPORTS gets you $20 off your first purchase only. Looking to go to a game at Wrigley or a White Sox game? Get your tickets through Game Time. Looking to go check out the Bears this year? Game Time. Concerts? Game Time. It's always Game Time, and what they offer is awesome. Last-minute tickets for the lowest price guaranteed, and I do mean lowest price guaranteed. If you see a ticket in the same row and section for an event cheaper on a different ticketing service, show it to Game Time, and they will lower that price for you because they're trying to give you the best deal available, and that is their promise. You can see Vantage points once you're in the app of the tickets you're looking to buy. That way you know exactly what your view is going to be, which I personally find very important. If I'm going to spend money on a ticket, I want to make sure it's in a seat I like. Check it out. Promo code CHATSPORTS, $20 off. Terms apply. Get that first purchase only for $20 off. Game Time link is in the comments and in the description. Get an account created today and start attending more events. Okay, next one is, and we kind of heard this leak out before First Take, but they talked about it again on First Take. Caleb's on the TB12 diet. And whether you like Tom Brady or not, you got to respect anybody that can play a professional sport until his mid-40s, much less the quarterback position at a high level like Tom Brady did. And Caleb's giving it a go. And this diet's basically 80% plant-based, 20% animal-based, a lot of lean meats, plant-based diet as well, but a good mixture in there. And clearly it's effective. Tom Brady built an entire brand around it, and when the ambassador of it played football until he was 45 and probably could still play at least at a serviceable level if he decided to come back. I'd say it's a diet that's pretty effective for athletes. And Caleb just said, in general, when talking about Brady, he said, yeah, look, when Tom talks, you listen. And we talked about it a couple months ago. Caleb was a part of a breakfast through the NFLPA, I think, where rookie quarterbacks met with Tom Brady, Jay-Z, a couple of other big shots in, sports and entertainment. And he intently took notes, and it sounds like him and Tom have spoken a few times. So that's pretty cool. His phone screensaver, I don't know if it still did, but before the draft, said number 1 pick, 8 Super Bowls. That's what he's chasing. Well, he became the number 1 pick. 8 Super Bowls is going to be a little harder, but he's chasing the GOAT. Well, maybe trying the GOAT's diet is a way to help you get there. So he's taking this stuff seriously. He's not messing around. He is chasing greatness, no doubt about it. All right, coming up next, Troy Aikman said what about Caleb Williams during the Hall of Fame game? We'll dive into that. But first, we crossed 1,000 subscribers on 4Verts, my NFL and college football channel that we launched here at Chat Sports. The support has been awesome. Been putting out videos every single day. If you want more coverage around the league and in the college football world, give us a shot. YouTube.com/@4Verts. If you enjoy what I do and just me as a host, then hey, that's more content for me. And from time to time, there will be some Bears nuggets over there too. Obviously, if I'm talking about Bear stories over there, you'll find that on this channel as well. But I love the NFL. I love college football. So I wanted to launch a new show. Nothing's changing here on Bears now, but having fun with that venture, and I would appreciate it if you came along for the ride. Okay, Troy Aikman, pretty high on Caleb Williams, it sounds like. He has big expectations for the Bears rookie quarterback. He was talking about the weapons they've added, Caleb's talent, and this is a direct quote that he said during the game with Joe Buck on ESPN and ABC. He said, quote, "If Caleb Williams stays healthy, I expect him to throw for well over 4,000 yards." And that's knowing that the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer. And him and Buck were talking about how they've never had a 4,000-yard passer. Only franchise to not have one. And so I did some research and, okay, which rookie quarterbacks have hit 4,000 yards? Well, there's only been 5 of them in their rookie years. It was Andrew Luck, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston. 4,042 yards for Winston all the way up to 4,374 for Andrew Luck. And you think about it, it's not shocking that there's not more, but in today's NFL, I think you'll see more of this moving forward because I'll just do some quick math. With 17 games on the schedule now, 4,000 yards in a season if you play all 17, that's 235.3 yards per game. That is absolutely on the table for Caleb Williams. Now, again, I don't think it's a fair expectation to be out there. It's 4,000 or bust. That's what, these people who still want Justin Fields as the quarterback would say. And again, I like Justin. I'm not making it about Justin, but, he's got all these weapons now. I don't think it's fair to be like, if he doesn't reach 4,000, it's a disappointment. But is it possible, and even very possible, with the talent around him, with his own talent? Yes. And I don't think it's, unreasonable to predict that he could throw for 4,000 yards. Again, I'm not saying it has to be that. Like, if the guy throws for 3,700 yards and 25 touchdowns, I'm not going to bitch about it. Like, that would be a top 3 season in Bears history at quarterback. So you got to put things into context. But to act like this can't happen is just not true. 235 per game is not a crazy number in today's NFL. That is more than reachable if you're Caleb Williams. So I think he can do it. I think there's a good chance he will do it. Not saying he has to do it. But, I wasn't shocked when Troy Aikman said it. Now, he said well more than, so, could he push Andrew Luck, 4,374? That'd be pretty impressive if he did that. What do you guys think? Will Caleb Williams throw for 4,000 plus? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'm starting to talk myself into yes. And I think, again, it's just one preseason game. But you watch the Waldron offense operate. I mean, he's scheming guys open, usage of tight ends, I think this passing game could be pretty effective here in 2024. Don't forget to subscribe to us here at Bears Now, and we'll continue to bring you daily coverage on your Chicago Bears, news, rumors, watch parties, and a whole lot more. Don't miss out. YouTube.com/BearsNow.